Hey everyone, and welcome to Season 36 of Monumental Victory. As always, Rock here. And before I get into the map name, which most of you probably already know already, I just want to say, Ryder, this bothers me way more than it should. That little, FPS drop, what are you doing? That little nub at the bottom feels like it should be lined up right there. I don't know why that bothers me. It does. Welcome to Season 36 of Monumental Victory. This time around, we are playing another render map. The Untold Stories number 4, Corona Trials. There's actually a few series back we played Myriad Caves. This time around, we're playing Corona Trials. Let's see. Let's make sure we are on normal. We'll lock that in, just so we don't accidentally go to peaceful or something like we've done accidentally in the past. Bonus goal, collect all 27. Okay. Typical rules. Extra info. Map uses a different food system than your normal Minecraft world instead of healing. Okay, so Myriad Caves. What was that last one? A wide range of vistas are in the map. I've recommended to have your server render distance to higher than 60. Boop. No death counter. Make sure every player is, let me, sure. Welcome to Corona Trials. So I've heard really good things about this map so far. People seem to enjoy it. It is, make sure there's no early traps. I wouldn't be surprised, but heard good things about the map so far. People seem to really enjoy it. It is intended to be a little easier than Myriad Caves, from what I understand, because the plan is, I think Render wants it to be a little more new mapmaker friendly, or not mapmaker, but new CTM player friendly, which is a good want. It's one of the big things with CTMs. It's always kind of been a very niche genre, so a lot of times it becomes a lot harder for newer mapmaker or newer CTM players to get in on the CTME action. Oh boy, look at all these. Oh, those are going to be building blocks. It typically has been a lot harder for newer map players to get into CTMs, oftentimes with a lot of stress and anger, frustration, just because things oftentimes are quite difficult. And I do not foresee any particular use for snowballs. Even fighting blazes, it's not going to be particularly useful, so we will make ourselves a little old building blocks. So I do see a couple potential points of interest to look into. We have this glass pathway here. We have some logs up there. We have a little house up here. I think the house is going to be probably our biggest point of interest to start off. I do see some glass, so this could be an initial central hub where it allows us. Oh no, that is an emerald. Never mind. Find all 27 hidden emeralds. Keep them safe. What'd that say? Winterbound pink wool. Oh. Have we changed the order of the wools here, Senor Render? Is that how we are going to do it? Oh! Woo! Well, didn't that turn out for the best? I'll take it. And I really should have grabbed that chest up at the. Oh, look at that, already a stone. Like normal, we should grab all of these chests that we're finding at the beginning. Oh, some coal over here, and we're already getting a lot of starter basic gear, which I like it, or basic supplies. Get some coal, get some chests, get some wood. This does seem like a much friendlier start than what you might normally expect in some CTMs. Already got a stone sword. Though I do not foresee the possibility of finding ourselves some stone here anytime soon. But again, I could be wrong. And as per what we'll call it, Rendarian tradition, we've already encountered our first trap, and thus it does disabled it already. We'll see. I know Myriad Caves definitely didn't have as huge of a trap amount as I initially expected. Just having kind of done a little bit of one of his previous maps on live stream. I know that he is one of those very trappy like gentlemen. So we gotta keep an eye out on that. And I am seeing a handful of stone here. I think that's the second one. Let's see this one over here. Just enough for a cobble pick, which I think I will do. Really, at this point, at the start of the map, it's just the primary focus is trying to nab as much resources as possible, and then worrying about everything else. I mean, the more coal we can grab, the less work we're going to have to do early or later, not early. So, yeah, we'll just focus on grabbing as much basic loot as we can. Now, is there a nice way over here? There is not, but I do see a cave. And I do have some snow. Okay, let's go to this area up here first, and then we'll worry about the that light. I think it was light blue or blue. Ooh, encountered our first threat. For shame. Oh, he dropped a stick. Oh, so Render is definitely carrying over the various, probably carrying over various loot table like mechanics that he had used in Myriad Caves. Okay, I like that. Let's see you over there, Creeper. I definitely want to probably get myself a stone axe as soon as I can, outside of this stone pick. In general, at least with Myriad Caves, I found that axes are one of our better. Oh, they drop feathers. This is beta Minecraft all over again. I found that axes were probably one of the better weapons in back in the old Myriad Caves. More or less just a 1.12 kind of thing, but let's work. Shovel. Let's work our way down. See where this is going to lead us. Given that the emerald we found said pink wool, easiest assumption is we are in the pink wool, and that the glass that we found would lead to a new wool area. So probably in our best interest to just continue exploring our environment we got here, at least until we get some sign that we might be heading into a different wool. We'll see. We'll see. And I need more torches. All right, perfect. Around. Bad stuff? Now, here's to hoping that I find myself a shield earlier rather than later. Because if we've learned anything from our 1.12 experiences, shields are probably one of the most important items in a post the 1.9 combat. So here's to hoping for that. That said, I will nab a little bit of this coal in that chest. And by a little bit of this coal, I mean I'm gonna nab this coal. At an instance like this in the map, there's probably a very little chance I'm ultimately going to come back to here, so again, the more I grab now, the less I have to worry. Alright. And there wasn't a huge amount anyways, so enough to make us content. Speak of the devil. Alright, fantastic. Got ourselves a stone pick. Couple stone swords, yada yada yada. Nab this. I do want to now toss out a couple of these items that might not be particularly useful at this given juncture in time. The name chest, damn it. Button. Okay, well, this should be good for now. All right, awesome. Just as I was talking about wanting a shield. Alright. Can I find any other goodies around here? What have you hidden, Render? Where are you hiding it? Oh yeah, look at that axe. So good. Okay. Ooh, more coal. I'm gonna bore you all with a little bit of coal grabbing here. Don't mind me. So I was very tempted to, just to say the least, I was very tempted to try. Actually, I did try. I was trying to find. I was debating on what map I was going to play right before I recorded that last episode. I knew Chrono Trials was one of the maps I wanted to play soonish. I didn't know if I wanted to play it next or not, but it was one of the maps I wanted to play soonish. I was looking at, or trying to look into, some older maps. There's somewhat of a charm. Oh, God. Somewhat of a charm, you might say, to old school maps. Stuff like the Beta 173 maps and stuff like that. Unfortunately, it's hard to find decent ones or memorable ones that we haven't already played yet on the Monumental Victory series. But it was something I was looking into. Definitely something I want to do, or try to do, soon. This is another, like, a Beta 173 map. I was thinking possibly Black Desert, but I'm not sure. It's on my list of maps that I still need to complete for Monumental Victory, but we'll see in time. Though, if any of you have any ideas for some good old Beta 173 maps that we haven't done a Monumental Victory series of, that would be fantastic. I don't know if we did. I don't remember if we did Final Fantasy 1 on LP. I know we did it on. I know I've done Final Fantasy 1 long ago in the past on live stream, and I know we did Final Fantasy 2 on LP. I don't remember if I did Final Fantasy 1 on LP, but yeah, if any of you have possible ideas or suggestions, and I already want you. Oh, there's off. I thought we ought to have jumped there. It's probably the water stream messing with us. If any of you have possible ideas for older maps, that would be awesome. Because I'm always looking for a good old classic to play. Now, that said, it doesn't necessarily need to be a beta 173 map, but... Oh, creeper. It doesn't necessarily need to be a beta 173 map, but if you have any classic maps, that would be... Oh, stone. You think would be good to play on LP? Feel free to let me know. In most cases, I have a general idea of what my next map or two is going to be. I actually am not that prepared this time around. And usually I have an idea because it's something well, usually I have an idea. This time, as of recently, I haven't had much of an idea of what I wanted to play in particular. But yeah, feel free to give me ideas. What you would like to see, what you think would be fun to watch, or if you have a map that you haven't played that you would like to play, and you would like to play / will most likely watch an LP of, feel free to let me know. Alright. Well, let's make ourselves another pick. We are getting ourselves a nice little chunk of cobblestone. This is actually going to be really good for us. It'll give us a good start towards the tools that we will need. Though, knowing my luck, we're gonna be grabbing all these resources. Oh, what? There's a lot of coal over here. Oh, there's a pathway over there. Okay, we're gonna be grabbing all these resources and then find ourselves in a place that just gives out like a stack. Oh! Sure. Oh, you were trying to equip us with stuff. Oh, you cheeky render. What's this? Curse of binding, mending. Oh, that's dirty. That is dirty. I'm glad I was wearing something. But that's not the worst, I would say. Okay, well, we found the first intersection. I think I have enough resources to set up a little base here. Let me try to set up a little base here real quick, and then we'll go back out and try to explore, because we're definitely missing a wool. So I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. I made all of our chests, sorted out our inventory, cleaned it up. One thing I will say is these aren't necessarily the worst things if it accidentally got equipped to us, or if we intentionally equipped it to us. I say that because they actually might. They're technically infinite durability pieces of armor in a time where our armor set isn't that good. You can borrow my shovel if you want. Borrow? Sure. Very skeptical on what's going on there. Okay. So if it's not this, I guess this pathway was the one that led over towards the intersection. That must mean that other glass pathway that we saw is indeed the one that is going to lead us. Over towards the wool. And I need to work on cleaning up this mess I've created. No. Oh boy. Is that it? There we go. Fantastic. It's something. Okay. A lot of this glass, not glass, all of this coal and stuff like that, we're good for this exact moment, but we'll definitely want to nab all of that off screen. I think the initial amount that we grabbed is good enough to just carry us over for what we need. We do have stackish and a quarter, which should carry us over for the time being. presumably. If not, we'll probably get a bunch of... Or probably get a... Well, say we'll probably get some torches or something in the area, or wood and coal in the area. Nope, no. Anything else over here other than coal? Oh, chest. Ooh. And a bow. We do not have one of those. Awesome. All right, we are getting all the goodies that we could ever want. Awesome. It's actually good. And actually, the part where the map uses the old hunger mechanics is actually kind of beneficial to us because we don't have to worry about the food as much. The foods. That's one of the big things I liked about Myriad Caves, and I'm glad that the same mechanic got carried over to this map. Might not fit in every map, but I would say it's fit pretty well in Myriad Caves. Okay, let's just work our way over. Yeah. There is a little tower over here. I do not have the building blocks I want, but I can work my way over that way. Is there a good way to get down? Yes, there is. Okay, so it does look like that glass pathway is most likely going to be where we're looking towards going. Or it's already open. Record. Oh! Wait. Are we doing a record map or a wall map? That's a good question. I never really looked into exactly what type of map it was. Interesting. Maybe a record map. I guess we'll see. Depending on what we find in our explorative endeavors up here. It might be a record map. Not to say that's bad or anything. Just didn't expect it. Because I believe Myriad Caves was a little map. Oh, staircase. Do you have something good up here for us? I will say so. Okay. Down below. Ba-doop-ba-doop-boo. Oh. Well, I think we found ourselves a dungeon. A little old dungeon. Now, one thing that does come to mind with us finding a record and stuff like that is, I don't think, now I could be wrong, and I'm sure someone will correct me if I am, I don't think I've ever seen a combination record to disc map. I mean, it would probably be hella long and take forever to beat. Though, in theory, you could make it work. Multiple records, multiple wools per area and such like that. No, I take that back. I have seen record and wool maps. I take that back. I think Pantheon had records and wools in it. Records were the bonus objectives. Wools were the primary objectives. I know Titan's Revolt's like that. So I take that back. I remember now. Oops. I remember now. Okay. Hello, Senor Fat Spiders. Here I thought I stumbled upon something, an idea. I stumble upon them on occasion, but not as much as I would think. All right, pink. Pink, whoa. get rid of a shovel because shovels are functionally useless to us in most instances. Outside of nabbing dirt maybe faster or snow. Not particularly. Oh, shit! We are going all out this map, aren't we? Well, thank you, Render. Hell, I don't know how to get rid of some of this shit. Let's get rid of an axe. Some lapis. I totally not expect to find an enchanting table within the first treasure chest. It's a combat supplies. Okay, they don't stack. I did not expect to find an enchanting table this particularly early. But I am not going to complain too much. Let's get our records. Our record and disc. Record. Damn it, Rock. Let's get our record and wool back up to... Oh, boy. This is going to be a hell experience. Okay, this is the first area we found. There it is. Let's get our record and wool back up towards our intersection area. And at the very least, we could probably peek around the next areas of the intersection and see what's going on with that. But yeah, that looks like a productive episode to me. Got a lot of good supplies, which I am always happy to have. Found the wool. Found the record. And an emerald. Ooh. Awesome. Alright, yeah. Let's work our way back over here. I do want to get that tree. We are in a bit of a lack of wood, I would say. And I do want to possibly get a little bit of lighting up and around this business. We are at a short amount of wood. It's one of the few things we're kind of missing. So, if we can... Oop, if I can nab a couple pieces of this tree, or all the tree, all the things, that actually would make me happy. Watch this tree is trapped to hell. Oh, no. Not that I can tell yet. See, this is how you trap it. You make the tree tall like this so that the player has to pillar up into the tree in order to pillar up into the tree in order to get the wood, and then you drop a TNT onto them because they broke a redstone torch or something. I wouldn't be surprised. And if you hadn't thought of it, there's a trap idea for you. Because without a doubt, most people will pillar up into the center of the tree like this just to nab all the wood. All right, yeah, this is gonna put us in a good place for wood for at least an intersection. Alright, let's work our way down. And we should be able to just gonna quickly work our way back over towards... the intersection. And forget about this. Oh, no, we're gonna have to come back over here. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be off screen. So we're gonna be a little more relaxed, casual. Alright. Awesome. I think with that, we are probably good to call this an episode. This way? Does my memory fail me? Nope. Okay. Memory served me right. Fantastic. But yeah, I think that's gonna be a good point to call the episode. Looks like it might be like just shy or about 30 minutes, which is a good length episode for at least first episode of the series. Plenty of stone that I'll have to harvest, and plenty of cobble or stone and coal that I'm going to have to harvest. But we got a wool. We got a record. We have an enchanting table. I still can't believe that. I think this is the earliest I've seen an enchanting table in a map. Not complaining. Don't get me wrong. Not complaining. But that's surprising. Relatively surprising. But that's going to do it for today, everyone. Thanks for joining, as always. I'll catch you all next time. Bye.